Hey guys, so before we get into today's video, I just want to mention something real quick. So throughout this video, I told Grandpa to have stories about each character, like why he likes it, but he took that as making fictional stories about each one, such as like ones with backstories and why he would go fishing with them or he caught this fish. That's why. So there was a little bit of a disconnect with the what we were supposed to do in this video, but I think it was really fun. Grandpa and I had a lot of fun doing this one. We picked out some of his favorite characters. I believe it's his top 10 we found. We had more than that, but we condensed it down to 10 for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video and have fun watching it, because it's a real fun one. Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today we're going to be taking a look at my grandpa's favorite Funko Pops. So, let's get started. Alright guys, so he should be getting here any minute. I think he's running a little late, but he was out fishing today, so he should be here in a second. Oh, there he is. Here, come on in. How's it going?
Very well.
Oh, good.
Do you want me to sit down?
Yeah, go for it. Alright guys, so the first one we have on the list here is actually Jaws. Now, this is from Jaws, and it is the shark, so I guess they call him Jaws in the movie. Anyways, you guys know what I mean. The whole point of the movie is that he's got a giant mouth like the jaws of a shark. But this right here, guys, is Shark Biting Quint. Now, Quint is the man who owns the boat, but he's the one that dies in the end. He gets attacked by the shark, but this is probably one of your favorites because it's the most detailed, and you were a big fan of Jaws. I think we watch it pretty much every year. Whenever it's on TV, we like to put it on, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. But this one right here is a great one. One of my favorites. This actually came out for San Diego Comic-Con this year. It was exclusive to the convention and then Entertainment Earth as well. So I'm glad that I could get one because sometimes they're a little bit harder to get over there. But yeah, really, really great figure. Alright guys, so next up we have one that's a little bit older. I'm pretty excited about this one. I forgot that I had this one in the collection, and then when I found it I was like, this is going to be perfect for you. You're going to really like this one. I mean, he knows what we've picked out, but next up we have Steamboat Willie. Now, Steamboat Willie is a really old cartoon. It's one of the first versions of Mickey Mouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now, you're a fan of this one because of probably the boat that he drives, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're a big fan of fishing, and of course, most of these are pertain to fishing and other things like that. But yeah, the boat is really cool. I especially like the Steamboat Willie here because he does have the steering wheel. What do you call that? What type of...
That's a steering wheel.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ship's wheel.
Ship's wheel is more like it, because the steering wheel, I think of a car, but a ship's wheel is more one of those big... You actually have one of those in your basement, don't you? A big ship wheel?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a black and white figure to go with the black and white cartoons that Steamboat Willie used to be in. And I'm sure it's one of your favorites because, of course, of the boat. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's a great one.
That's good. Now, I kind of like the big box.
You want to talk about this one?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so next up, we have one that actually just recently came out for the 80th anniversary of, well, Batman. Now, fun fact, Grandpa's older than Batman.
Yeah.
So, I guess you were born 2 years before Batman came out. So here's this one right here, guys. So this is the Batman. Now, this is the 1950s Batman in the Batmobile. If I'm not mistaken, was this a movie or was it a comic book or television show?
I think it started off from a movie.
I think so. Yeah, you might be right on that one. I mean, you would know better than I would. Of course, there was the 1966 version where it was Adam West. From the late Adam West, who played Batman in that. But yeah, this is really cool, and that's just a little bit before that actual television show. And funny thing, if you are from Ontario, you guys can check CHCH, and they sometimes have it on television during the day or like right after school hours. That's pretty cool. But right here, guys, we have Batman in the old Batmobile. You can see that it's got a bit of a different head sculpt on this one. There's got the like sharper lines on his head there, which is kind of the distinct feature of this suit. So, Grandpa, what's your favorite thing about this figure, though?
I like the car.
Well, of course, the car is one of probably the best parts. You know what I really like about this one is that the Batmobile actually has a bat wing on the back, if you can see it back there. It's got that nice wing on the back.
That's right.
It is one of the coolest Batmobiles, I would say. I mean, nowadays they're more high tech and they've got like the tumbler and stuff like that. But this one's neat because it's got a bat on the front of it. It's got the wing coming out the back. There's just a lot of really cool details on this one that some of the new ones don't have. I mean, you know it's the Batmobile in the new ones, but this is really cool because you could probably tell without Batman even being in the car. Now, next up, I think you guys might know this one if you saw the video with Grandpa last time. This is his favorite Funko Pop, I think, ever. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got Freddy Funko holding a fish.
Now, that's a fish that I told him to catch.
You did?
Yeah.
Well,
Now, this young fella here,
yeah.
I'm the grandfather of this person here.
You are?
His name really is Tristan.
Oh, well, I'll take that.
And
I mean, we're getting somewhere here. Okay.
yeah, and we fished together a few times.
Well, we have, yes.
Yeah.
I caught one thing. I don't think I've ever caught a fish with you. There was one time I caught a fish, but it wasn't with you. It was with my uncle. But that's besides the point. I caught a log one time when we were fishing. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was with a bunch of zebra mussels on it.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've caught a couple logs in our days. But this one right here is pretty cool because the difference with this one is that he's got the yellow pants. The one at the convention actually has brown pants, but I like the yellow a bit better. I think it pops out a bit more.
Right.
But yeah, they do have a really nice fish on here, though. I do agree with that one. The pop fish looks great.
I think that's a salmon.
Yeah, it looks something like that. You know what's really cool about this one is that we went there in the summer. And I don't know if we told you about this one, but we went there and you could see the people throwing them across. Now, they don't throw it around all the time like some people say. They throw it when somebody purchases one. So they'll throw it over to another person, they'll weigh it, then they throw it back, and then, they price it out and everything. But it's really cool to see them tossing it around because they have fun with it. All the guys there, they toss it back and forth and they yell and stuff like that. It's fun.
Stinks in there.
Oh, it does. No, it does stink. But they do have really good pretzel hot dogs. I will say that. I had that a couple times.
Speaking of hot dogs.
Tim Hortons doesn't sell hot dogs.
Sure they do. So, actually, this year is one of the better years for fishing in the Great Lakes.
Why? What was up with it this year?
I don't know what happened in the first place, but last year nobody was catching any.
No, but are people catching more this year?
This year they're catching an abundance.
That's good. I mean, it's better to catch more, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as it's not overfishing, it's good.
Yeah, well, they have limits.
Of course, yeah. So next up, guys, we've got Godzilla. So, Grandpa, what's something about Godzilla that you really like? Because this is a huge lizard, and this is the only 6-inch one that we picked out, so it's a pretty cool one.
That's one there. It's from a swamp.
Well, yes. I mean, lizards and stuff are from, swampy temperatures and stuff like that.
That's right.
But this one here, I believe, is from Japan, is where it, becomes a huge one. This is, I think, from the original one, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's really neat. I like this one a lot. The scales on this one's really funny. The paint job's a little wonky on this one. I picked out a bad one, in my opinion. The way it looks like he's wearing lipstick. But yeah, it is a really, really cool one. And it's a good one that you picked out. I wouldn't have picked this one out for you, but I'm glad you did, because it is a pretty different figure.
Well, that's right, because you don't, when you go fishing, you don't always catch fish. So.
You want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
Please, yes.
Okay. Now, this next one should be a good one that you can talk about, okay? So this is from a television show that Grandpa and I have watched a lot. It's not on TV much anymore. I don't see it that much anymore anyways. But this one is Uncle Si from Duck Dynasty.
That's right.
Now, we used to watch this a lot. You know that he'd always carry around his tea glass, which they actually gave him in the figure right there. You can see he's got his tea glass.
I noticed that, yeah.
This is the 7-Eleven exclusive with the hunting gear on, so he's got like the lines under his eyes and a different color hat.
That's right.
Now, you have more of these at home, right?
Yep.
You have some of these ones. Which ones do you have? I think you have...
I have the whole set, I think.
I don't know. You might be missing...
5 of them?
I think you're missing Jace, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe Phil. It's one or the other. I think you're missing Phil or Jace.
I got that one.
So you might be missing Phil then.
Phil, yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah, so at home, guys, he actually has Willie, Uncle Si, Jace, and then you also have the Freddy Funko Fish one at home. So he's got a little collection over at his house, which we can show off sometime, but not today.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that one's the best one, I would say. Especially if you're into fishing and all that stuff. It's really cool because it's, Freddy Funko from the fish market in Seattle. Right in Funko's, well, close to hometown, I guess you could say, state, I'll go with. But there it is right there, guys. Uncle Si, it's a good one. I don't know when this show ended. It was a couple years ago that the show ended.
No, about a year ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because this show ended a couple years ago. But let's move on to the next one here. Which we've got now. This one here, is one that is really, really cool. Now, I love these figures. This is one of my favorite lines. We actually talked about them a couple days ago, but this is one that you have this food pretty much every day, or close to.
Every day.
It is the Honey Nut Cheerios Buzz the Bee. Now, you have Honey Nut Cheerios pretty much every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning. So, this is a great one for your favorites, because this is something that you actually eat, and it's a really cool figure, too. I do like it a lot.
And I also have a banana with that.
Oh, yeah, you do, yeah. You have a banana and then some Honey Nut Cheerios. So that's a cool one.
That's right.
In this line, there's also Sunny the Cuckoo, Trix Rabbit, and then Lucky the Leprechaun as well. So those are different cereals that come with it. But this is a Funko Shop exclusive, in case you guys are wondering right there. So there we go, guys. We've got Buzz Bee. Let's move on to the next one, because I think you like this one a lot, too. Now, this was one that we didn't know... Grandpa didn't know before Funko, because this is Funko's one of their own characters. And we have Finda Chomp. Now, Finda Chomp is one of those ones that Funko created by themselves. There's actually a couple different colors of this one. There's the gray one, or the limited edition blue one. But I know you like this one because he's got the bucket hat on with the fish hook, and then he's also got the little... The funniest thing about this one, I want to mention this before you say something about it. The necklace that he's wearing isn't a shark tooth, it's a human tooth. So it's like the opposite. Like, people wear shark tooth necklaces, he's wearing a human tooth one.
That's quite possible, because he's sort of trying to get back at the people.
Well, there is a bite out of his surfboard, too.
Yeah, well, you see, they eat a lot of
surfboards.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that Funko does with these, though, is they give them their own logo. So this one's actually got Finda Chomp on a, what's that called, like a life preserver there, and then it also has the fin in the middle of it, and then it's got a bite out of the life preserver as well, which I don't know how it's still inflated with there being a bite in it, but it is really cool, and I like this figure a lot, and I know this is probably one of your favorites as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Now, did you go fishing with him at all, or?
I did go. He was fishing on a dock.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, in California.
When'd you get your passport?
Well, I sneaked in.
I can 100% guarantee that this story is 100% factual.
But he was in California, and I happened to met him on the dock.
Right.
I had a license.
Well, yeah.
But he's just not a very old guy. He's kind of got a lot to learn.
Would you say he's in maybe his late 30s?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Well, anyways, guys, there's a backstory on Finda Chomp there. Let's move on to the next one, because these next two are pretty cool. So we have another ad icon coming up, and this is another one that you like. I don't know if you eat these ones too often, but you do like the ad icon for it, so the mascot for the cereal.
That's right.
It would be Captain Crunch. Now, you guys might know where this is coming from here, with all of the fishing and, talk about boats and fishing and fish and stuff like that. This one works because Captain Crunch is kind of like the captain of a ship in a way.
Well, you see, he was a captain of a ship.
He was?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, that's where I learned a lot about ships.
Right.
You know,
Was from Captain Crunch?
was from Captain Crunch, yeah.
So was it like the more cereal you ate from Captain Crunch, the smarter you got with fishing?
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Now, who's the next one here?
Next up we have, and this is the last one we've got on our list out of the 10, we've got the Leonard Hofstadter in Robe. Now, this is a Big Bang Theory one, only because pretty much every time you come over, we're watching Big Bang Theory for at least an episode or two. So this is one of the episodes where Sheldon doesn't understand sarcasm, so Leonard puts up a sign that says sarcasm on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yes, it is.
There's also the rest of the line, too. I think out of here, we've got Howard in Spacesuit, Sheldon Cooper, Raj, Penny, Amy Fairfowler, Stuart, and then Bernadette as well. But I picked Leonard just because this is one of the main characters from the show.
Yes, it is. He is a main.
Well, I think he is the main character, or one of the main characters.
I think so, yeah.
Well, there we go, guys. That's everything from today.
That's everything up to date, yeah.
Now, you do like all of these figures, and they are all cool ones. I'm actually a big fan of most of them as well.
That's right.
So, Grandpa, would you like to say anything to everyone before you go?
Well, these fish that I caught are not a record by any means,
No.
but they were a lot of fun to catch.
No, of course. It's always fun to catch fish.
It certainly is. And you run into some nice big fish sometime, and some years you don't get any.
No, of course.
So around here,
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest fish that you caught before we go?
oh, I guess do you want to see a picture of it?
What? Do you have one with you? Do you actually have a picture of it? All right, guys. So we finally found the photo. So this is from '96.
Yeah,
This is pretty old, but this is the biggest fish you've ever caught?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, guys, so let me show this off right here. There is the fish right there, guys. Let me focus on this real quick. There it is, guys. That is a huge fish. Do you know how heavy it was? Does it say on the thing, maybe? It might say on here. 45 inches long. I don't know if it says the weight on it. But anyways, that is a huge fish.
Yes, well,
Hmm.
that was in a bay.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's pretty neat, guys, because we talked about fish pretty much this whole time, so it's nice to show off your biggest catch.
That's my favorite subject to talk about.
Fish?
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, if it's what you're passionate about, then talk about it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was Grandpa and I showing off his favorite figures and some fishing stories as well along the way. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more from both of us in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters,
Grandpa.
thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.